What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So the news just gets worse for actor Jonathan Majors. All right, the star of Creed 3 and the new Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. Of course, it was last month that he was arrested in New York City, I believe it was, for allegedly assaulting a woman. This woman was described as his girlfriend. Despite the fact that there are reports that the woman had recanted her story, that eyewitnesses agreed with Jonathan Majors' side of the story. Despite these reports, they have not widely been disseminated, and the overwhelming headlines just focus on the accusations. And as a result, Jonathan Majors has lost, apparently, his role in an upcoming Dennis Rodman biopic to portray Dennis Rodman. From what I've read, this biopic would have focused on that period of time in the finals when Dennis Rodman was MIA and went to L.A. Los Angeles. So that would have been kind of interesting to see, him with the Chicago Bulls in Vegas, Michael and Phil and them looking for him. That would have been kind of interesting to watch. But apparently he's been removed from that role. There are rumors, not confirmed, but rumors that he may be removed from future projects as Kang the Conqueror. And now come reports, I'll put this link to this TMZ article, that he has been dropped by his management and PR team following this assault controversy. So Jonathan Majors reportedly had the door closed behind him by his management team, getting dropped after last month's arrest for allegedly assaulting a woman. According to Deadline, Majors' talent management company Entertainment 360 gave him the boot, and the PR firm, the lead company, also pulled the plug on working with the actor. Italian luxury fashion house Valentino has also uninvited Majors as his guest at this year's Met Gala, according to the report. All this rejection is coming after the Creed 3 star was arrested last month in New York City for misdemeanor assault, aggravated harassment, attempted assault, and harassment after allegedly slapping his girlfriend in a taxi. Majors' lawyer Priya Chaudhry told us the alleged victim texted the actor after he got arrested to say she was the one who used physical force against him. Now, there are no reports yet that show that he'll be stripped of the role at the time. At this point, man, I think it's up for Jonathan Majors to kind of speak out right now, man. He needs to speak out and give his version of events. We need to hear his voice. Because he's being deemed guilty by the media. And these reports are pressuring projects, those who have him tied to projects. They're pretty much getting pressure to drop him. And they're going to do to him right now, they're doing to him what they did to Isaiah Washington many, many, many years ago. Now, Isaiah Washington was never that big a star compared to Jonathan Majors, but he was on his way to being a significant star. He said something he shouldn't have said on set, and it forever destroyed his career to the point where he's never really been able to really revitalize his career. And I think he just recently retired from acting because he was frustrated that something that he said nearly 20 years ago always gets brought up. Jonathan Majors is always going to have this hanging around his neck like an albatross, whereas other people, I'm not going to say any names, but they play the Flash, get to commit terroristic acts, get to assault people from coast to coast, and these things don't get reported widely by the media. You don't see the same sensationalized titles. It's funny, these people who write these eye-popping titles for Jonathan Majors as far as what he did, which was wrong, but apparently, he slapped a woman. If he did do it, and that's very wrong. But Jonathan Majors has slapped multiple women, beat up women, choked men, beat up couples, assault people with chairs, apparently groomed a boy, made terroristic threats against a neighborhood, committed burglary, and yet he still is going to be your friendly neighborhood Flash in upcoming projects. And you tell me, that there's no you-know-what in this country. Begins with an R, ends with an M. First word in the word sounds like mace. You tell me that doesn't exist. But you have these gaslighters like, Whitlock and Candace Owens and Larry Elder and others tell you that people like us, just, we're delusional, or we're the ones that are debaters. But anyway, I'm done, because they're destroying them. And it's interesting, just as he was rising, just when he said that he wanted to be the next De Niro, and they wanted him and Michael B. Jordan to be the next De Niro and Pacino. But you know what? When you look like Jonathan Majors, when you look like Russell Westbrook, it's in the public eye to want to look at you a certain way. It's just something I've noticed in this country. One thing I'm going to say before I end this video, when you hear that mantra that Hollywood only has time for one you-know-what as a star, there's truth to that. And it's like, Michael B. Jordan is the one guy right now. They ain't got time for nobody else. So, that's all I got to say on this one. Tell me what you guys think.